Yes, I burnt your farm and your livestock. What are you going to do about it? Call the cops. The cops can't touch me. I used to love it when Karen went on a power trip. Watching entitlement expose itself was like free theater. She believed authority was her birthright and that the entire neighborhood existed to orbit her moods, schedules, and clipboards. Welcome to Prodigy Tales. Make sure you like and subscribe for your top-notch HOA drama. When I moved in, I stayed quiet, kept my lawn clean, and observed for 6 months straight, learning patterns instead of picking fights. I noticed quickly that Karen never listened, never compromised, and never questioned herself. She'll find people for grass blades leaning the wrong way, trash cans breathing too loudly, and curtains offending her spiritual alignment. Meetings were monologues where she talked at everyone while writing tickets like autographs. I avoided eye contact, nodded politely, and minded my business, which somehow made me her favorite target. She'll find me for parking too close to my own curb, for washing my car on a Tuesday, and for existing without enthusiasm. I paid nothing. I appealed everything, and documented quietly. Ignoring her seemed to irritate her more than open rebellion. She wanted reactions, fear, and submission. I gave her silence. Neighbors whispered warnings about people who had moved out after crossing her. I listened, smiled, and stayed put. I wasn't plotting revenge. I was learning leverage. Power trips collapse under weight, not noise, and Karen carried plenty of weight already. She strutted daily with her clipboard like a badge, peeking over fences and inventing emergencies. Every knock on my door came with a smirk. Every letter with excessive punctuation. Still, I kept my door closed and my temper locked. I thought if I stayed invisible, she would eventually get bored. Instead, my calm became a challenge. Authority hates being ignored. Karen didn't want compliance anymore. She wanted control, and she was clearly warming up for something bigger than fines. Before we dive in, let us know in the comments what country or city you're watching from. Karen didn't take her cat's death well, at least, not in any way I could understand. After the incident where her cat wandered onto my land and was attacked by my dog, I expected screaming, threats, and lawyers. Instead, she arrived with a syrupy calm that made my spine itch. She told me accidents happen, fate was cruel, and that she was healing. Her smile never reached her eyes. I apologized until my throat burned and offered to cover vet bills or a replacement animal. She waved it off like loose change and told me to focus on my farm. I wanted to believe her. Days passed in an eerie quiet. HOA emails stopped. No fines, no warnings. Neighbors whispered that she was grieving. That loss changes people. I convinced myself she had finally backed off. To prove responsibility, I kept my dog in a reinforced cage near the barn, limiting his range and feeding him by hand. Each night he whined softly, trusting me anyway. Karen reappeared in small, unsettling ways. She dropped off cookies I never touched. She complimented my fences. She asked about my water supply, my generators, and my fuel storage, all disguised as friendly curiosity. Once, she stood watching my dog for far too long, asking if his cage was fireproof. I laughed it off, missing the threat. Odd things followed. An HOA surveyor wandered onto my land without permission. Someone loosened the latch on my fuel shed. Karen waved from across the road, friendly as ever. I doubled my patrols, checked locks, and reviewed my cameras, believing caution could outrun intent. Karen noticed everything. She asked about blind spots and joked about response times. Each encounter felt like standing near a coiled wire. I still believed vigilance was enough, unaware I was already inside her plan. On that day, I left early to buy supplies. Halfway back, I saw a column of smoke clawing the sky near my land. My heart sank as tires screamed along the road. I called the fire department, shouting coordinates while dread flooded my chest. When I reached the fence, panic ruled. Livestock were scattering, some burning, others collapsing in terror. Heat punched my lungs. I ran through smoke, throwing water anything. That's when I saw her. Karen stood near the fuel shed, gripping a gas can, wearing a smirk that froze time. Our eyes met. She didn't run. Fire roared louder. I fought forward, but a scream cut through everything. My dog. His cage was wrapped in flames. I charged, hands blistering, but the smoke blinded me. The lock glowed red. He howled once, then silence. Something inside me shattered. I dropped to the ash, sobbing, watching my life burn. Firefighters arrived too late to save much. As hoses thundered, my cameras blinked. My security system kept recording quietly, capturing Karen's steps, her gasoline, and her smile. Night fell, smoke lingered, and officers asked questions. I answered mechanically, eyes fixed on the ruins. Karen had vanished. Rage steadied my breathing. I backed up the footage, logged the timestamps, and listened to my pulse. Across the road, HOA lights glowed. I knew this wasn't over. Consequences take patience. Karen believed fire erased evidence. She was wrong. Investigators reconstructed the timeline, minute by minute, syncing my CCTV with traffic cameras and fuel receipts. The footage showed her entering my land, spreading gasoline, and igniting multiple points. The reckoning was surgical. Forensic accountants calculated the losses down to the last fence post. Karen was ordered to pay restitution totaling $2.47 million, $1.1 million for livestock, $600,000 for destroyed structures, $90,000 specifically for the aggravated cruelty toward my dog, and the rest for remediation and investigation fees. Her house was seized, her retirement accounts liquidated, and her wages garnished indefinitely. The criminal sentence landed like a hammer. Karen received 14 years in state prison, with a mandatory minimum of 11. She received a lifetime ban from HOA leadership and animal ownership. Her name entered the state arson registry permanently. The HOA imploded under subpoenas. The board dissolved as residents sued for negligence. Rebuilding took time and patience. Justice didn't restore everything, but it closed the chapter with weight. Karen chose fire. The system answered with permanence. The end. Do you think she got what she deserved? Let us know in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more HOA showdowns.